It's, what it is it's slowly thawing, I think would be the best way of putting it. I mean, you know, until that episode, I don't think Lucifer had ever put himself in Dan's shoes. And I don't mean like, you know, metaphorically, it never ever, and it's not like Lucifer to do that, to empathise, to think from someone else's point of view. Certainly with Dan, you know, he'd made his mind up about him, and that was his point of fun, and this person really didn't have an awful lot of validity in Lucifer's eyes, but through that episode, Lucifer gets to experience the reality of Dan and Dan's life, and I think that kind of, it lands on him a little bit. And then he spends the next episode trying desperately not to call him douche, but it's kind of like almost like a reflex action for him.
You're being
Am I being summoned?
Yes,
I'll be back.
But
You mentioned that in the episode that follows that he's trying really hard not to call him.
Yes, it becomes a thing for Lucifer where he's like, okay, kind of on his best behaviour almost, until Dan gives him good reason to call him douche again, which he does, by the way, later in the series. But yeah, it's nice because again, it's like you want these dynamics between these characters to be continually evolving and changing. If it was locked into the same thing every week, it would get a little bit boring. And so, as part of kind of Lucifer's humanization, you know, it's another kind of layer stripped away when he has this sort of realization with Dan that Dan is someone who has his struggles in life and he isn't this perfect nice guy, and fundamentally everyone is flawed, and for that to be pointed out to Lucifer and for him to get a grasp of that situation really helps thaw that relationship.
This past episode we saw that, you know, you revealed your true self to Linda, and next week there's a lot of the fallout for her personally. And we assume there's going to be repercussions for Lucifer himself. Is there going to be any regret setting in? Is that something that he will experience for himself, for his own consequences, but also for what he's done to her?
I think the immediate sort of fallout of it is that Lucifer, being Lucifer, goes back to therapy with Linda, assuming it would be all right to not talk about the elephant in the room. And of course, you know, that doesn't work out, and he realizes that this revelation to Linda has sort of, you know, created this kind of babbling lunatic, basically. And he finds himself in that particular episode you're referring to, becoming the therapist almost, and she becomes the person in therapy, and it's quite a fun sort of thing that we have with that. But later down the road in the series, I wouldn't say it's a regret, but I think there are consequences to all these actions. And someone human having that power and that knowledge can certainly have very differing effects.
Is he worried about Dr. Linda, what she might do with this information?
No, I think he made this choice, he made this jump because, as Linda always says, you know, patient-doctor confidentiality is at the heart of everything. And it's not like, you know, he's going to her and well, he's telling her he's killed someone, but he's telling her he's killed another angel, basically. So it's kind of inconsequential in human circumstances. But I think he believes that he can trust that information with Linda, and it won't go any further. But I don't think he really has thought through what the repercussions are for her personally about that revelation. Again, like all things with Lucifer, it comes from a very selfish point of view.
So you have a new job after the end of next week's episode. What can you tell us about that?
well, it's a fun job for me because I think she's found her new purpose. You know, like, it's like, hey, if I'm stuck on Earth and I can't torture like the demon I am, and how can I hunt, which is essentially what the bounty is like for her, and at the same time, you know, make some cash and pay my rent because I got a flatmate now, and I'm not living, you know, at Lucifer with Lucifer. So yeah, it's an interesting, like any person who gets like a new job that they're like really good at, like she's very proud to be able to like bring bad guys in. What's cool though is like we haven't. It's a sort of a way to seed her into more of the, scenes with like Dan and Chloe and Lucifer and like the police, but they haven't. She's not all of a sudden like helping the cops. Do you know what I mean? Like this is for her personally. Like she gets paid. She doesn't really care. The guy's like done all of the things. She's like, I have fun. I get to hunt human beings and bring them in. Like it makes me feel like my old self.
No, I don't know, man. I was surprised when I did that. I was like, we're going to give you some sort of talent, some sort of secret thing that we want you to do. And I was like, okay, they're gonna turn me like into a, secret tap dancer or something like that. And then it comes out to an improv class, and it kind of makes sense, because doing, as you know, I've played a lot of cops throughout the years, and a lot of police officers do take improv classes, and because they, especially the ones who go undercover and stuff like that, because they have to learn how to just sort of have the gift of the gab. So, I don't know how much more you're going to see, but it's definitely one of those little things now.
Well, just from that one scene alone, I guess. What else do you think it does for the character? And how do you think audiences will sort of think about him differently now?
Well, I think they're going to be able to realize that, it's a form of therapy for him. It's a way to sort of deal with, the next step and the next phase in he and Chloe's and Trixie's life, and it's, instead of going to a therapist, he just sort of, uses that outlet. And I think the audience will appreciate that, We all try to find a way to express ourselves, and that's just his.
Now that the divorce is officially on, what is his mindset with romance, with moving on with his life fully?
Well, he doesn't really know. That's why he's doing improv classes at night. So I think he's just, you get to follow him around and see what a person like that, how they react to it. Like, it's a whole new change, So he, what does he do? He learns how to do the improv classes, communicate with people, works out more. You just try to get healthy mentally. So you see him go through that transition throughout the season.
Could you talk a little bit about what we're going to see with Lucifer and Dan going forward after that episode airs?
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the great things about the upcoming episode is that you do get to realize that that Lucifer and Dan do have more in common than they thought they did, and which gives them the opportunity to express freely and openly as to how they're feeling in a sense, and so with that comes a little bit of respect on both sides. We just open up to each other. But Lucifer is Lucifer, and he's going to do whatever the hell he wants to do. So I think he's going to continue to go down that route of it's douche, and then you'll find himself trying to correct it, but it just rolls off his tongue like butter, So there's still going to be a lot of that sort of, come on, man. I thought we talked about this.